Good evening. I didn't hear you. It didn't come through.
Said hello.
There you are. Well, hello to you too. Oh, another Tuesday, a cold night, and looks like it's gonna get colder tomorrow.
Oh, I'm not happy.
Neither am I. I want to double check to make sure that this is going live. Yep, we're good. On our Facebook, I know it's at YouTube. If you guys are just joining us, welcome to All Things Creepy with Ghostly Travels. Your host Patty, your co-host Lee. If you've never ran into us, we're Paravision's Paranormal Society, based out of Cincinnati, Ohio. Been around a couple years, and we like to do podcasts. Tonight, we're having special guests, Megan and Josh from Finding Haunted Truths out of Indiana. So they'll be chiming in here in a few minutes. Hope everybody has had a great week so far, even though it's the beginning of the week. So if you're joining us, grab your drink, sit back, relax, enjoy. Let's have some fun. And just talk. Anything you guys want to ask, go ahead and ask away to our guest or to us. And we will make sure that we answer your questions. So, Patty, you got anything going on?
There are things going on. Where do you want me to start?
Wherever you want to start. Well, first of all, let's just start real quick. Let me throw something out to everybody about you. She's a crochet queen, okay?
As evidenced.
There it is. She's wearing evidence.
Yes.
Guilty. She is making some really cool stuffed animals. Bluey for the cartoon. I don't know anything about it. I had to look it up. So now that's on my timeline on Facebook.
That's what you get for looking it up.
Isn't that weird that when you look up something, it's on your timeline? Or if you're talking about something and your phone is sitting there?
Yeah, I think it's disturbing myself.
Very disturbing. Very disturbing. And then it's popping up all over your Facebook, and it's just, but that's why it's just, in the past we used to like to joke with people on the round just to throw things out there to see if it pops up on their Facebook.
I was getting ready to say I have been known to shout inappropriate words directed at people's phones just so that would come up on their timelines.
True.
Yeah. If you can't have fun, then what's the point?
What are you doing? Why are you living?
Yep.
You got to live, man. That's what Matthew McConaughey says. You got to live.
That's right. But
So
I'm going to take it back for a second. This Bluey business. Yes, a friend of ours asked me to make her some Blueys for her grandchildren.
We can see them right behind you there.
Yeah, there's one. I've gotten 2 finished. She's asked for 4. Not familiar with Bluey. We do not have small children. So, I'm just going off of a pattern that I found. And since then, you posted pictures. Thank you very much. And
I'm a marketing guy, man. That's what I do for my job is I'm a marketing. I sell.
Yes, well, I have now been commissioned for 2 more.
See? And I'll keep doing it for you if you want.
No more Blueys. No more Blueys.
No, she is taking orders for butt plugs.
Scarves. I'll do scarves all day long.
Scrotum holders.
Willy warmers.
You name it. She'll do it.
That would
Just send
probably
in your size. Send in your size. One size doesn't fit all.
no, and I
Because
won't laugh
because you
hard.
noticed that the crochet's got a lot of holes. So don't be saying that you're, make sure you get the right size. You don't want that damn thing to be just breathing through the wind when you're trying to stay
No,
warm.
no, and as always with delicate items, I only use the softest yarn. It's like a little cradle for all of your bits.
Someone just
You,
says in YouTube, I'm in the wrong chat later. See ya.
yep. See you later, bud.
We're talking about
He's like, I didn't tune in for crochet. What the hell, man?
see ya.
Yes.
You gotta do what you gotta do, man.
That's right.
Yeah, he probably chimed in thinking, oh, all things creepy, but they're talking about freaking weird shit.
I know. Listen, it's sometimes, all things creepy can be knocked back to all things, period.
All things, yeah, just all things. And
Yes.
this stuff right here is creepy because he said wrong chat. See ya.
All right,
Okay,
we creeped him out. It
we creeped
worked.
him out. It
Yep.
works. See ya.
Yep. So I just
You know what?
realized
We're not for everyone.
that's okay.
And it's
Everyone's
all
not for
and
me.
it's all good in the hood. We meet people in our life that aren't meant to be in our life. I've seen so
This
many
is
people come and go in my life, from family, big family with a lot of funerals. I was at funerals more than I were family reunions. So I know all about it. I've seen friends come and go. I've seen paranormal people come and go. I've seen coattail hangers come and go. Think they're going to get something, they don't get it, or they get it and they leave. But I don't care. Oh shit, move on. Adios. Don't need you. And I wish you the best. Okay, sorry. Decompress.
over.
The new 50. Remember what I said? I don't give a shit anymore.
I know. And that's true. Unfortunately, yeah, the world is full of users, regardless of what industry you're in. So we live and learn and we move on and we just do our own thing and have fun.
Absolutely. This person here, let's bring that in. Ain't all weird shit when it comes. You're right. Absolutely. We don't know the truth. If you know the truth of paranormal, then why the hell are we out here trying to get the truth? Just like Bigfoot. If you believe in Bigfoot and you captured one and it's over with, why are you still searching for Bigfoot? Let me jump back to something real quick for the show. We have not had any UFOs, abductions, anything like that. I'm looking for people that has got a good story about a UFO, an alien, an abduction. I'm looking for some people that's involved in the crypt, the Bigfoot stuff, Dogman, Grassman, whatever it is. This is all things creepy. Look at the little logo on my All Things Creepy banner. It's got all walks of the paranormal. We're just not paranormal teams that we talk to. We talk to anybody. Speaking of the list that we have coming up real quick. Hold on one second. I got to make sure that I didn't miss anyone. Okay, because they're supposed to be chiming in here soon. Tonight, like I told you, we've got Megan and Josh with Finding Haunted Truths. Next week, we have a lady, Jill Shelley. She actually owns a couple haunted locations. So if you got a haunted venue, we would love to talk to you. Brian Fuller's coming on the 28th. Look forward to talking to him. Very down-to-earth guy. February 4th, we got a crazy guy coming on, Michael Gagliano. February 11th is Holly Hines Duffenbach. And if I'm saying it wrong, I do apologize. But she's got an event coming up, her very first one this year. So we're going to save that for her. Then we've got Area 13 Project, and Patty came across them. And that's going to be a fun little thing. February 25th, we've got Nick Simons. You guys watch 28 Days Haunted? He's on there. And March 4th, we have Satori and Cody from Ghost Hunters. They'll be on here. And I'm booking. So that's as far as I got right now. So I got a month and a few weeks out. And if you're interested in coming onto our show and talking about what you got coming up, your venue, your event, good stories about urban legends, anything, let's talk. Come on out, let's talk.
Investigator, whatever.
Exactly. Reach out. So yeah, we definitely want to talk to you. There's only a couple things that we're doing this year so far. I know it's just the beginning of January, but so far we've got booked the Rhodes Hotel April 26th with Pathfinders Paranormal Society out of Michigan. And then we're going to be at Indiana State Sanatorium August 31st with our good friend Jenny Davis. Look forward to that. And of course, we will not be doing the TAPS reunion because we have so much going on with personal life. Nephews getting married, and then our trip to Aruba coming up in the end of which I love. I'm not going to miss it. But it looks like our guests are here, so let me just bring them on to the stage. Hello there, sir.
What's going on?
Hey, man. Hello there, young lady.
Hey, and Megan's here.
Well, welcome, guys, to All Things Creepy with your host, Ghostly Travels here. How's it going?
Fantastic.
Pretty
Staying
good.
warm? Staying warm over there?
Barely staying warm.
We're getting
Barely.
Here.
years, right?
I was going to say, I literally have my jacket right here because I'm like, I already know that I'm going to have to cover up my logo.
Well,
So I'm
here's the
already
thing.
cold.
Patty crochets. So she's got one of her scarves on.
I'm sitting in the kitchen wearing a scarf. I'm freezing.
And we were just talking about, her creations.
I know.
And,
I was actually watching because when you said to come in at 8:10, I was like, well, I don't know if there's going to be like the right time. So like I'm watching you on Facebook Live to make sure that I know.
Hello there.
When I was supposed
No,
to come
you're
in,
fine. You
so.
get it. Because when you pop in on that link, I see you on the bottom and then I just bring you in.
Oh, well then just kidding. I could have been here the whole time.
Yeah, no, you're fine. You're fine. We were talking about some of the things Patty makes, and I brought up she makes scrotum holders. What else did I say?
I don't need one of those. I don't have one.
Well, there was someone on YouTube that says, "Oh, I'm in the wrong chat." Later.
It's actually funny because I was watching you, and when you were talking about Bluey, I know about Bluey because I have a 10-year-old, and my daughter actually has a shirt that I made her, and it says the Healers, like, and it looks like the Beatles, but it's all the Bluey family.
Oh, nice.
And so she doesn't get it because she doesn't know who the Beatles are, but I get it.
I only know who Bluey is because I watch it myself. That's it.
Well, I mean,
well, hey, Patty, grab that one the one that's behind you and show everyone. He's got two made. She's making them for Denise's grandkids.
Oh.
Yeah, that's who she's making them for. And then I put one of them on display.
Oh, that's so cute.
Oh.
There he is. Apparently
And,
he's got spots.
I love that there's people out there that can crochet and do those things. I cannot. I don't understand because you have to like count and work, and I'm just like, yeah, no.
Yeah. Okay, Josh, this Growing God King. I don't know who this is behind this YouTube channel.
I do.
Knit some silly warmers for your bits. And then it says Willie Warren.
Sure.
If it makes you feel any better, it's my friend Dan.
It's who?
Oh.
I'm sorry.
It's my friend Dan.
Hello,
He's
Dan.
actually he's an honorary member of our team.
Okay.
He is a dad of like 37 kids, so he's not able to, but like
Uh-huh.
I talk to him and it's actually really great because I talk through like experiments and stuff with him, and he's like, yeah, you should do this. You should, and like, so he's my helper.
Nice. It's always good to have those. You know, as we're staged like this, I always wanted to do like the Brady Bunch thing, you know, like look over. Hey, Patty, how's it going?
Down there.
And then I want to look down and say, hey, guys. Hey.
Well, no,
Hey,
that means
guys.
I'm supposed to look up. So
Yeah.
you're supposed to
Hey.
look over. Patty's supposed to look down. Josh, you're supposed to
Yeah.
look at me, and I look up at.
That's right. See? Look at that. We're all in the same freaking room, man.
Jeez.
I mean, it's
Okay,
fun.
so what's new with you guys?
Actually, we've kind of taken a step back a little bit
A little break.
because of the
Well,
holidays.
we usually do the holiday thing too. We take it
Yeah.
easy, you know. And then I
Um,
know Josh now he's got a romantic side of him now.
Here then.
Yeah.
See, and that does slow things down.
It does a little bit.
No, but I'm glad to see you happy, man.
I am. Yeah, very happy.
Well, look who's here.
What up,
Hey!
Lauren?
What's up, Lauren?
Oh man,
Lauren. We love you too so much.
so much, Lauren.
Her energy is the best.
So like she had to give me a whole pep talk yesterday, and because I was like, I don't know if I can do this, and she's like, no, you can. Very well, you can do this.
Who said
So-
this? You couldn't do this.
I said that I could. I
Oh,
wasn't
you
sure
can
that I
do
could.
this? Oh, you can do this.
And so that's why I got like
We're only on Facebook, YouTube, and Spotify. You're good.
Yeah,
no
you
big
know it.
deal. Yeah. So like I needed her energy and she gave it to me and I love her for it. She
Isn't
is
she amazing?
also one of my favorite people.
Yeah, I got to get with her soon because there's a piece of equipment that I would like to see, and I want to put it in her hands with her creation.
Have
I
you
saw
heard
that.
about her new seer?
Oh yeah. Hello, Teresa.
Hi, Teresa.
Another one. What's up,
I
Teresa?
love her too. Teresa's pretty fantastic also.
All kinds of good people.
No, she is coming out with the Seer 3. She skipped over 2.
No, I did not. Why did she skip over it? Because she advanced it?
No, it was more of that she came up with an idea and it didn't work, so she's going to her next idea on.
Oh, okay. Okay, so she's just taking that
She
idea and
said
making it bigger.
that she also skipped over 2, so it's fine.
Oh. Oh, here she goes.
Being all sciencey and stuff.
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
Sear
that.
squared. Ha ha. See?
I was gonna say she is awesome, and
She
like
is.
she, so we had to give her our Nova, because the
Oh.
speaker
Uh-huh.
got messed up, and so she had to take it home and fix it. Well, somewhere we lost the bulbs for it, and she showed me what to get. We got it, and then she sent me 4 light bulbs to replace the one.
Well,
She
just
sent
in
me a
case
purple
one gets
one, a
damaged
green
in
one, a
shipping.
red one, and a white one. Sorry, what did you
Yep.
say, Lee?
Just in case one gets damaged in shipping, you've got several others.
Yeah, and I was
Right.
so excited that one was a purple one, and I was like, "You were the
There's
coolest
Duchess.
person
She wants to
ever."
get. Teresa said, "Show me the kitty, Patty." Well, there she is. She likes to get in with Patty on the podcast.
I get I'm bullied all the time by her.
There
Hey,
was
there's
so
nothing wrong
many.
with that. So what color okay, because I'm fascinated with colors. So there's certain colors that I like to do, like even my flashlight, right? When I'm investigating, the one I use on my head or the one I'm hand holding, like bright white, no, because it just kills everyone, right?
Right.
I usually go with my green because I'm a green guy.
I,
A lot of people like
usually I like the green a lot. Like
I
the
do
green
too,
light.
because it's not real bad on the eyes, if I turn and I'm in someone's face and then they're trying to look past me and I'm like, oh, I'm sorry. So yeah, so bulbs, like even the bulbs, that's a Lauren question. I guess on that device, that's pretty interesting. I don't know, because some spirits may be drawn to a certain color.
Well, have you seen I believe the Ghost Hunter store where they have the EMF dowsing rods?
Oh yes, I did.
I want one of those so bad.
There you go. See, she just answered that. She usually puts a red light in a white. Red doesn't kill night vision, which makes good sense.
But yeah, she just experimented and had some extra light bulbs, and so she just sent other fun colors too. And I'm so excited to use the green and the purple one. I don't know what they look like, but I'm excited to try them.
Well, try them out and see what
I
it
was
looks
going
like.
to say on the 22nd, I will. Well,
And
the
then-
22nd of February.
And then see what it looks like with night vision compared to the colors. Try the colors.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, and I like to promote her. So if you guys are watching, check out Lauren on Facebook. Lauren Haunts. She has some of the most amazing pieces of equipment that we're using in the field.
Definitely.
I need to get the Nova, which I told her I'd get with her after the holidays. So
I
No, it's probably my
need
favorite.
like 4 more.
Have.
is the Nova's got that weird sound too, right?
Yeah, it's so creepy.
Yeah. So
Did you know that her husband made that sound?
really,
Like,
because
he
he is
created
a
it.
musician. So that is so cool.
Yes, giving him a plug.
Absolutely.
I do remember, Lauren, because we were talking about it, and she was like, "Yeah, my husband Chris made this," and I was like, "Oh my gosh! Like, how does that even happen?" And
Instead
it
of
is
using,
really,
instead of using something that someone is out there, because you know how people are these days, like you can't use my sound. You never reached out to me, and you get it all the time.
right.
So it's good to come up with your own stuff. Oh, let's see. Now see, she's already pulling my heartstrings.
Jeez, man.
Oh, I'm so excited about the new Seer. I'm
That's
so excited.
So if the Nova sounds badass, this has got to sound even better the way she sounds.
I don't know if it'll be better, but it'll definitely be really, really cool.
Or
Yeah.
See, I can't wait.
So, oh my gosh, now I can't remember. So I went to one of Lauren's events a couple months ago, and she like made it a point to be like, my equipment doesn't just go off to go off. Like, it's not
Nope.
one of those things that like is just triggered by
Sensitivity.
yeah. So if it goes off, something set it off. And we were in the jail. Why I can't for the life of me remember, it was in Ohio.
A Licking County Jail.
Yes.
How did I know this? I just knew. I touched my nose. Licking County Jail.
And so we were on, I believe it was the 3rd floor, and we had the Novas on the catwalks, and where they were positioned, like even there was no way that one of us could set it off. And I believe the Nova went off at least once. I'm thinking it was twice. But it was real cool. And it was even cooler to be with Lauren when her equipment goes off.
Absolutely. Well, we set them up too. When I set them up, like I'll put with REM pods and things around, and I was with Denise and Bob and Sean Austin. We were at Randolph County Christmas Eve,
Yeah.
and the REM pod did not go off, everything but hers. And they're like, "What's going on?" And I'm like, "Wait, there is really something here. We're gonna turn and focus right here."
Right.
I said, because she does not build this stuff just to go off like just a sense of a tap on the floor. And if it's sitting on the floor to go beep, so I was like, let's focus. But I did get some really cool EVPs right there with that.
Oh, that's so cool.
So that right there I was just like, sweet.
I was gonna say the last time we were at Randolph County, wasn't it upstairs in Lulu's room, Josh?
Yep.
That you just like had a feeling that like
Yeah.
something was dark and not necessarily evil, but like was
just
like
something-
looming on you.
Yeah. That was like the first time I've ever really had like, because I mean, I've never considered myself to have like a feeling of paranormal, like have that like.
Josh, I
something
think you
there.
will, though. We all say that, but the more you get involved,
Exactly. The more you do it,
your
yeah.
your body and your ear, you come more in tune.
I had the sense that there is someone standing here watching us. Like there is just something dark and with us, just, and that was creepy.
See, there you go.
Just your gut,
Yeah.
you just know, you just feel it. You got to go with it.
Right.
Ooh, that right there would be good. That's what Teresa said. The Crystal Pot and the Nova. That's pretty good.
See, and that's when because we have the original seer. Oh my goodness, spooky spidey senses.
Oh,
We
shit.
set up.
From here on out, that's what I'm calling it.
There you go.
We set up usually all three pieces because I would love one day for all three to go off so I could be like, is this really happening? Like, pinch me. Like,
Just like when we were at Asher One, and we had all of our pieces there. We put it, we sent her pictures. I was like, check this out, man. We have everything you made. Have to know it. See, look, Leah, welcome to the show. You need to get Lauren's Crystal Pod. You need to just check her out. Look at it. She's like the trifecta. See, that's very true. That is very true. Look at this. We're all talking about Lauren's favorite stuff. She's just so great at what she does. She's not even on the show. She's just like chiming in.
I mean, it's like she's on the show. It's fine.
It is. And it's good to see a lot of good friends in here.
That I know that there's a lot of drama
In
in
fact, I like it.
the paranormal, especially
there is if you want
it's
it in your
waves,
bubble.
but-
If you want it in your bubble, there is. If you just keep it away from you, you're fine.
Yep.
And I just stay positive with the right people. You guys are right people, and Teresa and Lauren and Leah. Can't wait to meet her and Mike. We had them on the show a few weeks ago, and they were our last show of the year
really
before Christmas. Yeah. And
cool.
it's just, that's the thing with Patty and I. We have our team, which is just four of us. We have John and Jim, but their lives are busy with a lot of things and they can't come out to everything. So that's when I created Ghostly Travels. I was like, it's just, it's not just for Patty and I. It's if John or Jim goes on investigation with somebody, that's what they go under. And we have met so many great people just getting out and investigating, having a good time. Like we met Bob and Denise, and
They're great people.
I think of them like brother and sister. They're just so laid back, and
They
I can't
are.
really get a direct answer. Like, did that scare you? Because Bob, you're really just like laid back, calm. Because just a couple weeks ago, there's Bob.
There's Bob.
What's up?
Yeah. Because we were in the jail Blackford County Jail 2 weeks ago. Sean Austin, and we all had a good time. A little chilly, in certain areas. Well, the ladies were like freezing, and I'm like, as long as my neck is covered, I'm fine.
Blackford County.
Well, I hear Patty makes scarves, so you're golden then, right?
Oh,
yeah. I want her to make me some of those nice summer shorts, like the 80s gym shorts,
Mm-hmm.
Please do that.
Yeah, we look forward to that too. We need to all make that happen. We need to
Definitely
get a big, nice place and investigate. Because like I said before you guys came on, we're going to be at Rhodes Hotel with Pathfinders Paranormal Society, April 26th.
Awesome.
And then with Jenny Davis at the Indiana State Sanatorium, August 31st. So we're going to be doing those. That's all we've got scheduled right now. Oh, and Patty's glow-in-the-dark ghosties that she made a few for the event.
She makes glow-in-the-dark ghosties? I want to see a glow-in-the-dark ghostie.
Yeah. Hello, Paranormal Rockdown. I need to get you on the show before your event.
Stuff is upstairs by Lee, so.
Yeah.
It's in Jack's room.
Do you have one here?
It's in Jack's room.
Or is it the yarn or is it the...
No, the ghost. It's in Jack's room where I just moved all that stuff.
Well, let me go grab it.
Okay.
Yes. I'm so excited right now.
I'm just like promoting all my crafts tonight. This is great.
Hey, you might well.
I mean, I'm down for it. It's actually kind of funny because I have a ghost that Josh made for me. He 3D printed a ghost for me, and it sits on my desk at work. And so it is a little ghosty, and then when you lift him up, it's a middle finger with a face right here. And it's so funny because whenever anybody comes to my desk and they ask for something, and I said, you have to ask the ghost, and you get the answer by lifting it. So it's fun. It's fun.
That's great.
I'll send you a message, Paranormal Rockdown, tonight. Lauren says she wants a ghost.
I know. I want a
gave
ghost
her
too.
one. She must have lost it.
I love this. Here, okay, this one. Oh, Teresa puts hers on a backpack. So there you go. Here's one on the keychain.
Yep.
And it glows in the dark?
Yep.
That is so cool.
This is me. She took this one from me, because I'm big.
Oh my God.
He has one that hangs from the mirror in his truck.
Let's go there.
That's awesome.
I love those so much.
She goes,
Patty,
I do have one.
I want a ghost.
Next time I see you, I'll carry some along.
Oh, she's made one for my
She's like,
truck that
"Oh,
I
I
hang
do
off of my
have
mirror.
one."
And the one I got in my truck's got arms and he's going, woo. And when I left Randolph County, it was cold and, the moon hits that building. So where we parked, and I get in my truck and I take off down the road, that thing was glowing.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I was like, that's cool.
Yeah.
That is so cool.
The last time we were there before this time, when me and Patty was there with the team, that's when we took our cat, Randy. That's where we picked her up. She was a kitten. Somebody must have threw her out. And it was pouring the rain, and the poor little thing was out in the rain, beat up. And so Patty goes, I am definitely going to take that home. And I'm like, oh God, I hope it's not there. Sure enough, it was there. Oh, she said it's in her camper.
Oh, that's so cool too.
Yay. Yeah, that night with that little kitten, I told Lee, I'm like, when we leave here, if that little kitten's out there, we are taking it home. And he's like, no, we're not. He was being all mean. So I had to quickly whip up some tears. She lives at our house now.
I would say that I believe that Lee was mean, but I also believe that you would be meaner. So
well, here's the thing. I just
100%.
I got Randy. We got Randy that night, and I was like, okay, I couldn't pass. She was like crying and pouring. She was outside in the pouring rain with this cat. I was like, all right, let's go. Well, I didn't go out the way we came in. I went all the way around by the barn and down that way, and they just poured crap. And My car was only a couple weeks old. I went off the side of that and was facing the sky. And we hit the road hard, and I pull off, and I was in those like little divots off the side of the road, and I'm like, I screwed it was going bah, 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 bah. I was like, oh my God, I screwed this car up. And I said, you're never supposed to take something home from a place. Get it out now. But now that cat's like my best friend. I know, Teresa, that is so. I'm with you because I watched some videos about pets with human names like Charlie. Just crazy. What's the dogs that you follow, Patty? You're breaking up.
Well, Teresa's saying she loves that. I believe she's got a Chad, right?
She does.
All of Teresa's animals have human names. I think there's Dave, maybe.
Dave.
No, well, yeah, the ones I like are
names.
Yes. So anyway, where have you guys been investigating? I know you took a break for the holidays and such, but what's coming up, or where have you been last?
And our last was Asher Walton again.
We actually, that was December. So
yeah,
the last 2 investigations that we've done were Friday the 13th.
Mm-hmm.
What is that?
What
is happening?
There's a party at your house.
What was that?
I have no idea.
You're flipping those cards and balloons just went whoosh.
I don't.
Give me some balloons.
I'm sure it has something to do with that. I'm on my iPad, and so I'm sure it has something to do with Apple, but I don't know what.
Okay, Teresa says she has Kevin, Karen, Paul, Susan, Dad, Stuart. I love Horace.
And don't forget Beatrice.
Beatrice.
Oh man, those are amazing names.
I love that.
Oh my God. Joe, Walt, Charlie, Eleanor.
Good. And when you say good night, it's like when you the movie The Waltons. Good night, John Boy. Good night. She's got a long list.
Good night, Walt.
She lives in a haunted location too, so if she goes through all of her lists, and then you hear someone say, "Well, what about me?"
Have you ever been to Teresa's house?
Yeah, we did. She invited some people over 2 years ago. We had a taco party and then investigation.
That big taco is still on the wall.
Terrible.
What's terrible? Taco party?
It just sounds wrong.
Well, that's what it was. No pun intended.
We lost Josh. He's done. But yeah, then we got to do a mini investigation. It was so much fun.
It was fun. And then, well, hold on. Now Jim, he worked like 24 hours, so he slept on the way there. And so I thought he would be perked up, right? He drove with us. Well, we're investigating inside the big room.
Mm-hmm.
And everybody's like, what is that sound? And it would go off every now and then. You'd hear, I'm like, I don't know what the hell that is. Well, I was like, where's Jim? Well, he's laying flat on the floor, sound asleep. It was him snoring.
That's the best.
Done.
Yeah, it was Jim. She used to have these paranormal dinner parties.
Yes.
Yep. Enjoy, Lauren. It was good to see you.
Yeah, it's
Bye,
great
Lauren.
to hear
Thanks
from
for
you.
coming in.
Miss you guys.
Did you see that?
What the hell was that?
I love Apple. I don't even know. Like, this
Oh
is
my
the coolest
gosh.
thing ever.
Now we just have to figure out how the hell you did balloons.
That's right. He
I
was in your
know. I
recliner and
don't
fell
like-
asleep.
Yep.
Hello, Julie. Yeah, he was in the recliner and fell asleep. Yeah, we need to come back. Well, let's do another party.
Yeah, Teresa, I want invited this time though.
A lot of people don't like. What do you guys think about like those when they do the nacho parties? You know, where they put aluminum foil all over the island and then just pour all the food right there. It's like, help yourself, get your slop.
Yeah, that's a little much. for me.
Well, no, that
I
little
mean, if I
area is-
know everybody there, I'm cool with it. If it's like a bunch of strangers, then I'm like, yeah, no thanks.
Yeah, and they're coming in and out of the bathroom, and you're like, nope.
Especially if kids are involved.
Yes.
I mean, I don't eat anything after
Drool
kids.
and ugh.
We do that a lot with my family parties, where we go, and then they're like, nope. Patty comes back, kids are in there, we're done. I'm like, oh, me too.
You're like, I
I've
didn't
watched,
want to eat. It's
Yeah.
fine.
I've watched them like rub their face and then they'll dig into like cookie dough, and I'm like, no cookies for me. Nope.
Exactly. No, I'm done with those cookies.
Yeah.
So I want to ask you guys, since we got some paranormal people on, equipment wise, what is your go-to? Like when you guys are getting, you guys are ready to go. What is your go-to? What's your favorite, Josh?
Ooh. So, I mean, my favorite thing to use, just because it's fun and cool, is the Nova. That is my favorite. I love watching that thing go off. But other than that, that's a hard question to answer.
Well, I
I mean,
know I've investigated with you, and I'm going to
Yeah.
say that I like your Body GoPro.
Yep.
That is an awesome thing because that captures. You remember the table moving on us?
The table movement. If I wouldn't have had that, we wouldn't have caught that.
We would have never caught that. Now we heard it, but we
Yeah.
didn't see it. And you
Yep.
called it, and you saw everybody's legs and there where everybody was.
Yep.
That's creepy.
I was gonna say. I mean, I feel like my favorite thing is probably just video evidence. Just I'm much more of just the scientific side. I want to have that hard type of evidence. So that video is my favorite thing.
Video and digital recorders are, yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Investigating with Sean for a while lately. There is a new Sony. It's not new, but everybody wants the DR60 Panasonic, right?
Mhm.
They're like thousands of dollars. They're like the holy grail to the paranormal.
It's way overpriced.
I used to have I hate saying it because I got rid of them because I didn't like it years ago, but I had like 6 of those.
Oh my god.
Of course you did, Lee.
Well, because when this was back in 1998, so because those are 90s recorders. So Sean got me introduced to the Sony ST25, and then so I was like, really? He goes, this is as close as you can get to the Panasonic DR60. So I went on eBay and I found one through a lady that she must have been a doctor. She says, you know what? I got a 25 and I got a 10. She goes, I'll give you the 10 because you're buying the 25. And I'm like, okay, so $100. I bought it. She sent them both. So I was telling Sean last time, I said, hey, have you ever heard of the ST10? And he goes, yeah, those are hard he's setting up, because he does TikTok and stuff. He goes, yeah, those are hard to come by. And I was like, no, how about this? And I swung it out in front of his flashlight. He goes, oh my God, I was like, yeah, I got that for free. He goes, you lucky dog.
I personally really love dowsing rods. That's my go-to at every investigation. I feel
everybody's different. I like to hear their techniques and what they do.
So
do you use those new ones that light up?
I don't have them yet. I am saving up because
Those are
I'm going to get
pricey,
them.
aren't they?
Yeah, they're like $200. And I'm like, that's a location. So
you can go to the dry cleaner and get 2 copper hangers and clip them and just put them together and use.
Well, the dowsing rods that I use the most are off of Amazon.
He is, Bob.
And
You're
were
right.
like $15. I bought these really pretty ones and they have beads as the handles and the tips of them are glow in the dark. So it's really helpful during
Yeah, I was excited because we can see it on video a lot better.
There you go. Now,
It's
you know
just-
what? Go ahead,
What?
Megan. Go ahead.
Oh, I was going to say, they just don't, I haven't bonded with them the way that I have my other ones. And so I'm trying. I'm going to keep
Well-
working at it, but
As a paranormal investigator, that's why we got trucks full of stuff.
That's right.
right?
Because when someone says, "Hey, I make equipment," oh, really? What do you make?
Yeah.
I'm over there like, "Yes, what do you have?" Patty's like, "Yeah, don't tell Lee you got a piece of equipment." No, but there was a guy we did. I was actually on an investigation a couple years ago, beginning of January, and I met his name's Roger Lip, and he's got a team out of Dayton, Ohio. Really nice guy, and he likes dowsing rods. He loves using his dowsing rods. But what he does, and he goes, I don't hold them. He made these little things out they look like little cones that he made out of wood, and he drilled holes, and then they move a little so he can stick the handles of the dowsing rods in them, and he'll set them up on the table and ask questions, and you'll just watch those things, man. And I said, you just learned something new from someone. And, he's not been in the paranormal too long. And I'm like, I love the idea of that, because a lot of people are skeptical when people are holding those.
Yeah.
Like you're tilting your hand down, you're tilting your hand back, you're swinging, they're watching your hands.
Yeah.
And, but also,
Megan and I have seen some, she knows exactly what I'm talking about. I've seen some people that'll sit there and, you see it moving, and you see their whole wrist.
oh God, they're doing the whole twerking, baby.
So it's funny that you even bring that up. Like, so there is a house in town, not far from me and Josh, that I went, and the guy was like, I know there's something here. I don't know. I don't really believe in any of this, but I know that there's something here. And a friend of mine, her husband is all about the paranormal. He's like, Megan, I want to go with you. I want to see what you do. And I'm like, okay. So I just take my dowsing rods in there, and I'm just asking questions. He's watching it move, and he was like, you're doing that. And I was like, okay. I hand him the dowsing rods, and I was like, I don't normally do this because I don't like to share my stuff, but I want you to feel what I feel. And he held my rods, and he did not move an inch. We asked a question. It crossed for yes. He was like, what the? Like, he just did not know what to do.
You think about it. It was his house, right? Where you was at.
No, that was.
Oh, he
another-
went on a location with.
Yeah, he wanted to go to the location with me because he's like real into what I do. And my best friend is like, I want no part of it. So if he wants to go with you, he can go with you.
Exactly, right?
Yeah.
They're,
So, sorry,
those
go
are
on.
those are cool. I mean, the dowsing rods, they're the guy that makes the ones that glow in the dark. He's here in Ohio because he makes the oh God, it slipped my mind. I could see him in my head. Denise always lays them out on the ground.
Tripwires?
Tripwire. And then
I don't know.
Yeah, well, someone's going to come in from YouTube and say, lays it on the ground. Oh, wrong chat. Got to go. Or as Megan's saying, he grabs my rods.
Oh my God.
Jeez. But no.
Isn't that aren't they in Canton?
Yes, that's right. He's in Canton.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
we got the little music box, the REM pod. That he makes.
The
The lantern. I would like to get the tripwire. It's on my list. There you go,
It's on my
Bob.
list,
He
too.
came into the rescue. Hello. So, is there any cool places that you guys want to hit this year?
Everywhere.
Yeah, I was gonna
Right.
say. I mean, anywhere we can get our hands on.
Anywhere
we were
that's got
actually
heat. and it's cold.
invited to go. There is a new location opening up in, is it Kansas? Josh, is that where you're?
Yeah.
And so that's in April, I think. It's about a 9-hour drive, so I'm not real.
Is it a
Well,
house
about
or is
that.
it a
It
building?
is. It is a building. is actually called Sleeper Mortuary.
Okay.
That's
It's-
Leah and Mike.
Oh, that's Leah and Mike Rivers. Yeah.
We got invited to go with Forever Investigating Beyond.
Yep.
To go there.
Cool.
And so it was in discussion that if we go there, it would be like a weekend trip, and that we would also hit Sally's house.
Oh, definitely.
Because that's
What?
And while we're there, you might
literally
as well.
like an hour away from each other, and so that was kind of what was being tossed around.
Yeah, that sounds like a great plan.
Yeah, that's a good road trip. I like road trips, except, I got a limit. So if I can drive, it's 3-hour window because I don't like to stay. If I can drive home within 3 hours, I'm coming home. Anything over 3 hours, I'm going to stay. So like
Makes
when we
sense.
went to Blackford County Jail a couple weeks ago, I'm packing the truck. Patty goes, "Oh, you're bringing a blanket?" And I'm like, "Yep, for you," because she goes to sleep. As soon as we get in the truck afterwards, night night.
I am so jealous. I remember those days when I rode with other people to investigations because I was always the first one out. Like,
Josh's like,
Um,
yeah.
but I can't say anything because I drove to Waverly Hills,
Yep.
and that's a 5-hour drive there, and investigated till, was it 3? Is that, or is it 1?
I think it was. No, I think it was about 3.
And then drove 5 hours home.
Shoot, no, I
Yeah.
can't do that.
So, but also,
I
like,
parked at a gas station to like just take a 15-minute nap. Ended up sleeping in the car for like 3 hours.
Yeah, just like what Bob said. He said turn the heat off. If I have the heat on when I'm driving, I don't mind a little bit, but I got to be like to stay awake, because if I get in that zone,
Yeah.
I could have like 4 or 5 energy drinks wide open, and still be like, because I'm
Windows
so
down.
used to them now. Yeah, I can drink one right now and just fall asleep afterwards.
Mhm.
that's
So, yeah,
me
so-
too. Actually, I had my passenger that was supposed to keep me awake was also falling asleep. So
Yeah.
it got real sketchy for a while.
Yeah, you got to stay awake, because there's a
until the
place
sun
up.
came up, and then we were like at night it was just so bad.
Yeah, because at the road, it's dark. Only thing that I'm wide awake on is watching deer, especially because when we go over to Indiana, it's all back roads, right? So it's like those bad boys that just pop out right in front of you, like, whoa,
Yes, they will.
you're awake, you're awake. And I don't
mean,
want to
for
hurt
like
them.
20 minutes, and then you're back to nodding.
Yeah, you go right back to sleep. You're thinking, oh, I just want to be on my pillow. But you had a good time before you got tired and you had to
Right.
drive home. But there is a place too that one of my first investigations ever, I went to a place. It's a Beaver Creek State Park. It's up Route 1 along the Ohio River on the east side of Ohio, up by past Steubenville. And it's a big park. And up there is a farmhouse where the gangster Pretty Boy Floyd, he got shot down. And it's in the park. And there's a few buildings there, though. So if you call the park ranger, you camp in the camping area. It's a beautiful area. And they do it in the summer. You have free there. I think it's like a fee. It's a donation to the park rangers. You can investigate those buildings, all that area. I mean, it's a lot of area. So you have to drive around a little bit. But he he guides you to where, and when you're done, he stays in his car because he's working anyways at night. So he's in his car while we're investigating. And it was fun. But we had more experience activity at the campsite than the first night, because we're sitting there and we're like, okay, let's just pop some popcorn. We're pumped. We're still wired from the investigation. So I'm, those little Jiffy popcorns, I threw one on the fire, and the first one went in flames. I'm like, sorry guys, And they're like, don't you do fire? And I'm like, yeah, that's my job, but sorry. Well, as we're doing that, a woman screams because we had like 20 people because it's a big area. And this woman that was with one of the guys, because I just got into the paranormal, she was screaming. She said she had a full, so we went up to her and we go, what happened? She goes, there was a woman that walked literally right behind you guys at the fire. And I saw her and she came right up to me. I had a conversation with her. She said, but the weirdest thing is when I would try to talk, I couldn't talk. And she would just share stuff. And she goes, and she was dressed in like a long dress, a bonnet. And she said she just walked right off into the woods.
Huh.
And then when she finally got words to come out, she screamed. And I'm like, what? And then, yeah, so I had my nephew with me. Now he's a police officer. He couldn't sleep that whole night. He goes, he goes, what if something comes knocking on the tent? I was like, just let it in.
I mean, if it's coming knocking, it can't be evil,
Right?
right? Like if it was evil, it would just like rip the door open, right?
But I think that's what usually happens for people is they experience something when you least expect it.
Yeah.
Like I get a lot of my experiences, like just setting equipment up because I'm not focused on the spirits at the moment. I'm trying to set up equipment.
Yes.
And Waverly Hills.
I had several things when just taking equipment down. We're done recording. We're done with the night. And then I had a door at Randolph County. I'm in the middle of just picking up the like camera cords. And I look up and this door is just, there it goes, just opening. I'm like, huh.
Come on in.
Well, so the last time we were at Asher Walton, we were setting cameras up. Well, Josh was setting up cameras, and we at Licking County did where it was like passwords, where we used like a tarot card, and we said like, here is the tarot card. And like Josh and I were the only two that knew it. And then we were with I Fear, Chelsea and Kurt.
Yeah, they're good people.
We didn't let them know. We let them know that there was passwords, but we didn't let them know what it was. But Josh and I knew. And like while I'm showing the tarot card around, we hear whistles. Didn't we hear like 2 or 3 whistles? And we're like, of course we don't have anything recording.
Right. That's usually what happens. Or the camera's facing the wrong way. It's like,
yeah, right.
Or don't be me when Patty for Christmas, she got me a new through Horn Paranormal. She got me a where I got the XLS.
Mm-hmm.
She got me their new infrared camcorder. So I'm pumped. I had it charged and ready to go last weekend. Forgot a
SD card.
Yeah.
Nice.
So we're in the kitchen setting up.
4 SD cards with me at all times.
I am now. Well, I'm like there. I'm in the kitchen and there was a couple SD cards brand new sitting there, but they were too high of like, too much for those little cameras.
Right.
And so Bob says, go ahead, open one up. So I did, and it wouldn't work. It was like 286 gig. And I'm like, no, that's not going to fly for this little camera.
It's like, no, we need like a 56 and that's it.
Yeah, because it said error. And when I turned, I was like, okay, this is too much. But I was like, what kind of guy does that? And I was so looking forward to checking that out because Scott and Kimberly, they have some awesome equipment. And the XLS is great. And so, yeah, so I really enjoy like, buying people stuff, telling them, especially when I'm at an event. It's like, oh, you sell equipment. What do you have? Tell me about it.
But I mean, that's how you find things that actually work. Because, okay, so when I started out, I was like just buying, I would Google it, right? And all of these things would come up. And so you buy it and then it doesn't work.
Yeah, true.
And you don't know how it works. And so then you are like, I'm out hundreds of dollars just in like buying random things.
I did a bad thing when I got involved in the paranormal. I did stay up on the technology of what this equipment does. But then when I started Paravisions. There for one time, I had like 6 people was my base on my team. And then for a couple years, I had 400 plus people because I had different chapters of Paravisions all over Ohio and Kentucky. We would meet like every 2 months at a location, whoever could come, because I worked with historical societies in all the counties. And they have museums. So they wanted me there. And I'm like, no, I can't. So I came up with the idea of other teams, if they wanted to group together to do these museums. So that's what we did. And it was fun for 2 years. So my team grew. And then I got a guy that, it's all he wanted to do was do the research and stuff. He was a Lauren, a Melvin. But I relied on him too much to where, I have all this equipment and now I have to go back and educate myself of what this actually does, what this don't. And then some of the stuff I have, I don't use in so many years. But then when I come across and meet a new person and we're investigating, they're using that piece of equipment, but they're using it totally different than I would ever use it. So then I'm like, oh, I got that. I got to pull that out. I'm going to use that next time. Yeah, that's what I love.
And I feel that completely, because I truly feel like I've done that with Josh in a lot of ways, of like just not knowing how things work, because I'm like, oh, I'll rely on you to know.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
And so I have been spending a lot of time just trying to.
It's always good to educate yourself,
works.
Megan. Educate yourself, because Josh may not be around there and someone wants an answer right away.
Yeah. But I also feel like that's one of my favorite things with me and her, is that I do focus primarily on the equipment and that aspect. And I look to her for more of the spiritual stuff, and she knows that more than I do. So I mean,
that's how you work well together.
Great dynamic there. Yeah.
Bob's onto something here.
Too bad,
For all of the investigators, for all of the investigators, think of this. We're investigating places late at night. If they had a drone service, like, man, I'm here at this place. I got service. I need batteries. Oh, here, look, let me do that. They'll be here in a couple minutes. Boom. You get a notification. The drone's scared to pull up there. You got to go out in the street and get it. I think we need to talk to Amazon, Bob.
I mean, that is a really great idea.
Yeah. You don't want to leave. And I love when you order pizzas, locations, and they're like, where are you at? Oh, hell no, I'm not going to go there. You have to, because when we did the Monroe house and they ordered pizza, I went out with, who was I with? I went outside to get the pizza because the guy was not going to come into the gate.
Well, so it's funny that you say that, because I had that happen, not at the Monroe house. It was a location in Kokomo, Indiana. And they walked up to the house and they was so scared to knock. And so because I watched them from the window, I was like, is this really really happening? And they knocked and they were like, what are you guys doing here? No, it's we're investigating. We're trying to find paranormal things.
Should have fake blood on you. So we're sacrificing kittens in here.
Well, no, because that's how the cops get called, and I'm not trying to explain that.
We're doing Naked Twister in the dark. What do you think we're doing, idiot?
Well, it was definitely too cold for all that.
What'd you say, Patty?
But
I said, come in and find out.
Yeah. Come on in and find out.
I feel like that's an 80s porn movie.
Oh my God. See, you're going to say this again. Someone's going to pop in from YouTube. Oh, whoa, wrong place. Oh, God, this hour flew by, guys. I want to thank you guys so much for coming on.
Absolutely.
Hey, no problem.
We'll have to have you come back on again later in the year. What do you think?
For sure, definitely. And we need to get together soon too, just for
well, let's get together. Let's do some investigations. We were talking with Bob and Denise. We want to put some on the calendar. So yeah, let's do it. I had fun. You remember when Jim Asher Watton, man, when that door
I need to get that video actually out there. I've slowed down on TikTok with the whole TikTok ban thing coming up.
Yeah.
So I've kind of put a pause on what I'm doing with it, but just till I know what's happening. But I need to get that video out there because that was priceless.
Yeah, because Jim walked up to me that night, and said, "Man, I think we were downstairs," and he goes, "I'm going to be 100% honestly. Thank you, Lisa." He goes, "I just went over there, and he says, how I like to do real time EVP, and I just thought I would let you guys ask all the questions, and I wanted to see what was going on this side of the house. So I just laid back on one of them beds." And he goes, "My God, it sounded like they were coming in at me." Like, he said it was like a kid just running into the room and was going to jump on the bed. He came flying across there. Megan and Patty was going over to find out what was going on. They ran into each other. And I was like, I love those blooper times,
That room realistically has been like a hot spot for us.
Every time we're in the room is a hot spot. Yeah.
That front room?
Yep.
Wow.
So it's that front bedroom with the like the bunk bed and the room that's adjoined
with the two twin beds. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So we like to set up where we're sitting in that main room and then someone doing Estes over in that room.
There you go.
And we get so much. Actually, the room with the two twin beds is where Josh got scratched.
Where I got my big scratch on my neck that time. Yeah.
There is, from what we can get from the communication piece, there's a spirit named Jose that he does not like me, but I also try to, with using my dowsing rods, we were having that discussion back and forth of, with the children that are there, we're like, is there someone here preventing you from talking to us? And they say yes, and that they're afraid of him. And so I put my foot down and was like, absolutely not. You are going to leave these children alone. You are not going to hurt them. And just and I think it's because I'm a female, and two, I'm trying to protect
you're a motherly
who he has
figure.
power of.
Yeah.
And so every time that I go, Josh did Estes, and he said some pretty choice words to me.
Yeah.
Do you know how he got there? I mean, how?
No idea.
The coach, pulled up right there, the train and stuff. Wonder if he was just a passenger coming through or something, or someone brought him there, investigating.
It's like trying to, and that's my favorite part about paranormal is that you're just trying to get the actual story. Yep. You're not out here just well, it has to be this because that's what the history is. No, you just want to know what is going on.
Yeah, go in with an empty mind. I mean, what the history is, but just trying to go into an empty mind, and then see
you're
what
not trying to oh, is this so and so that lived here? Because it could always be not somebody that lives there. So
it could be on. We always say it could be somebody attached to us.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I don't want to talk about that.
We don't like to talk about that when we leave a location. You're always looking in your rearview mirror, who's in the back seat.
That's why I won't go back to the Monroe house. 100%. So I feel that.
See, it happens. So where can everybody find you guys? I know TikTok's coming to ban, and I know Josh loves TikTok, and that's probably the worst thing he's ever heard. Hopefully they can save it. Maybe they can save it. They got till the 19th, right?
Yeah, I hope so.
Is it the 19th? I thought it was the 17th.
It's the 19th.
Sunday, yeah.
Yeah. But until then, we're on Facebook.
There you go.
We have an Instagram. We haven't really touched it that much. I feel like that's probably going to be primarily where we're doing some of the videos and stuff at. We haven't really talked about all that yet, but that's kind of the place right now that people are kind of flooding. That and Red Note, and I don't think we're on a Red Note.
So you said
And we're
Instagram
on
as well,
YouTube.
right?
We're
Yeah.
on Instagram
YouTube.
Facebook. and YouTube
Yep.
and TikTok until
Okay.
TikTok.
Right.
Where'd
Cool.
Patty go?
I don't know. She just like disappeared.
Bye, Patty.
I don't know.
Thanks.
She's downstairs and I'm upstairs in my office. Well,
So
because when we
can-
sit close to each other, it's like
It
an
echoes,
interference.
doesn't it?
Yeah, it
Yeah.
echoes and it's like, and it squelches. And
Side note, I just want to really like,
oh, she just said she got randomly kicked off. See, you talking about bad spirits, man.
well, I mean, but I like your Slimer that's behind
You know, I got that at Peru. Don't you remember?
No, I don't. But like, I'm
Oh,
a little
yeah, you
jealous
were there.
now.
I got him from Peru.
Well, you know our mascot. His name is Egon.
Oh,
Our
There
little
you go.
ghost.
no,
And-
the guy in the big building over there, from not where we were sitting, but in the main building, he does all those cutouts, different sizes.
Oh yeah.
And he told me, him and his wife, they said, oh, you know what? That was a last minute thing. They made that one and a little bigger,
Mm-hmm.
and I missed the big one. So, wait, don't want to say that out loud.
Oh, there she is.
Here I
Found
am.
her.
Yeah, that was weird. I just randomly, like, my computer just suddenly
Yeah.
went.
So he goes, we thought at the last minute to make these since it's a paranormal group thing. And so I bought him. And as we're walking out that door, this woman comes running in. She says, I'll be right back. And then she says, dang it, did you just get that from there? And I'm like, I sure did. She goes, I ran in to get it. I knew it wasn't going to last. He just cuts it out. He does the painting.
Right.
I did a good job.
I really love it, and I'm jealous now. So there's that.
Well, you know what? I like to draw, so I can make you one of those.
Well, if you're feeling frisky, I will gladly take one.
I like to have Marshmallow Man and him.
That would be. I want the whole collection.
Yeah, because I want to do some events this year, and I want to come out with different things because I started making candles. So when I see you guys, I'll give you guys one of my candles. These are just testers, the small ones. I came up with several different scents, so I really like them. One is like really soothing, so don't burn it if you're driving home or something, you know.
Okay.
Why are you bringing a candle in the car? We need to talk about that.
Maybe your heat don't work. I don't know.
I mean, I just got a new car, so if my heat doesn't work, I'm taking it back.
Automatically take it back. Automatically.
Yeah, there's no there. I don't even have my regular plate yet. That's how new it is.
Well, guys, we really appreciate you coming on. I know I kept you over a little longer.
No,
but
you're okay.
I wanted to talk to you guys. Like I said, we're just laid back. We just like to talk and see, share and experiences and what you guys do, where you're from, all that good stuff. And so
I
people
don't
now
feel
know
like
where
we
they can
touched on
find.
any of that, though.
What's that?
I said I don't feel like we touched on any of that, though.
I know.
We got something
Lauren,
out there.
Lauren came in and took your spotlight, man.
I mean, that's okay. She
We'll
she
do it
deserves the
again.
spotlight.
Yeah. Oh, and when Patty sees you, she'll give you one of these.
Oh my gosh, you guys are the best.
And I'll see if she can make you one like I got in my truck for you.
Please
Oh,
do.
jeez.
It's cool. It's small. It's a little, and he's just got arms. He's so cool.
Awesome.
Well, you guys have a good night. And
You too. Thanks for
absolutely.
having us.
Absolutely. You guys have a good night and a good week.
Talk to you
All
You
right.
too. Bye,
See ya.
guys.
See you later.